Welcome. It's good to see everybody. Thank you all for coming. We want to thank you for coming to the White House to celebrate Eid. So nice of you to be here. It reminds us how much we all have in common, how similar boys and girls are, no matter what their religion may be. So thanks for being here today. We're really thrilled you're here. Eid is a time of joy after a season of fasting and prayer and reflection. Each year, the end of Ramadan means celebration and thanksgiving for millions of Americans. And your joy during this season enriches the life of our great country. This year, Eid is celebrated at the same time as Hanukkah and Advent. So it's a good time for people of these great faiths, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, to remember how much we have in common. Devotion to family, a commitment to care for those in need, a belief in God and His justice, and the hope for peace on earth. We also share a custom I know all of you are excited about, and that's giving gifts to children. And after this is over, I have a little gift for you from the White House. This season is meant to be a time of rejoicing, as well as a time of generosity. I'm proud that our country during Eid is helping the people of Afghanistan. And I'm proud that the children of America, through America's Fund for Afghan Children, are giving food and clothes and toys to the children of Afghanistan. The people of Afghanistan have suffered so much, and we're committed to helping them in their time of hardship and in their time of need. These are challenging days for our nation, but holidays like this one remind us about how much we have to be thankful for, and that God delights in joy and generosity of men and women and children. People of every faith are welcome here in the People's House. People of every background are welcome to come here to the White House. I want to thank you all for coming, and I'd like to go read, if you don't mind, read from a book to you. Is that okay? How about that? Let's go do that, and then we'll go back over here, and we got a special gift for you. So you coming over here with me? I'm just going by myself, huh? Hi, Moms. Oops. Here you go. First of all, let me ask you something. Have you been celebrating Eid? Yeah. So give me some examples of what went on in your house. You were fasting? Good. How about you? You girls look beautiful, by the way. You what? Oh, you didn't raise your hand? Okay. What did you do at Eid? You fasted? You what? You painted your hand. Turn your hand that way so everybody can see it. Pretty special. Yes. You went to the mosque and prayed. That is great. Do you have any special prayers this time of year? What did you pray for? Great. Wonderful. Did you have a big family celebration? Did a lot of your family members come in to Eid? No, that's really special for people to be able to come together in the families. Yeah. You go to places? Like what? Give me an example. You went to a restaurant. That's good. I bet the restaurant owner's like, yes, ma'am. What did you do for Eid? You want to come up here and whisper that to me? Because I can barely hear you. You want to come here and tell me that? Come up here and tell me. What did you do?
Back for the school, but but so I had to come back. I had to go back there and get it, but after it's done, after we're done staying here.
Oh, I see. It's pretty special. You can stay right up here. Maybe you want to read? You come right up here then. Okay, you ready? I want to read. This is from We Are Muslim Children. Maybe you've heard of this poem I want to read because it helps people in America understand. You do? You ever listen to it? Do you have a cassette of it too? Wow, maybe this is a pretty famous book then, isn't it? Maybe you know this poem called Good Deeds. Remember it? Allah loves children who care for others, who do deeds of kindness to sisters and brothers. Like lending a hand to somebody hurt, like smiling at him and saying a kind word. Like happily sharing with girls and with boys one's favorite things, like books and like toys. Like sending flowers to somebody ill. A visit to him would be nicer still. There are many things we can do for each other to make life happy for our sister or brother. That is so sweet. It's talking about giving to others, isn't it? And that's a lot about Eid, as I understand it, is that it's a time where you understand that it's important to be generous to other people who need help and people who hurt. So thank you all for coming. We're getting ready to leave. I may answer a few questions if you have some. Stretch, yeah, and then Ron.
With the campaign against the Taliban winding down to a very small area of Afghanistan, will you consider this operation a success if Osama bin Laden is large?
Osama bin Laden is going to be brought to justice. It may happen tomorrow. It may happen in a month. It may happen in a year. But he is going to be brought to justice. He's on the run. He thinks he can hide, but he can't. We've been at this operation now for about two and a half months, and we made incredible progress. And one of the objectives I've said in this theater, and all theaters for that matter, is that we want all Al-Qaeda killers brought to justice, and we'll bring him to justice.
What do you know, sir, about whether he's still in Afghanistan, and have you spoken to the Pakistani government about helping you to track him down if, in fact, he has fled across the border?
Well, the Pakistanis will help us, and they are helping us. Look for not only one Osama bin Laden, but for all Al-Qaeda murderers and killers. They will be brought to justice, and it's just a matter of time as far as I'm concerned. We get all kinds of reports that he's in a cave, that he's not in a cave, that he's escaped, that he hadn't escaped. And there's all kinds of speculation. But when the dust clears, we'll find out where he is, and he'll be brought to justice.
Will you order military tribunal for him?
Well, let me, one thing at a time, Ron. I do have the option of military tribunals because I think it's going to be a way to protect national security matters, but I'll make that judgment when we bring him to justice.
On another matter, sir, have investigators concluded the anthrax used in the mailings has a domestic source? Looking for? Well,
we're still looking on that. We've all got different feelings about it. And we're gathering as much information. As soon as we make definitive conclusions, we'll share it with the American people.
What the next steps might be in fighting terrorism in other countries or regions?
Yeah, we're looking. I mean, anytime there's somebody harboring a killer or a terrorist, we work with them to bring those people to justice. And one of the things I won't do, of course, is tell the enemy what our next move will be. I'm working to keep our coalition strong. Colin Powell and myself and others in the administration are constantly talking to world leaders to encourage them to cut off money or disrupt killer cells that might be hiding in their countries. We made great progress. We've arrested I think it's over 300 now. We're beginning to shut down financial institutions around the world. Not every operation needs to be a military operation to be successful against the terrorist networks, and I'm pleased to tell you that the coalition is working cooperatively, and we're sharing a lot of intelligence between nations, and it's having an effect.
Somalia or Iraq be next, probably?
Oh no, I'm not going to tell the enemy what's next. They just need to know. They just need to know that so long as they plan and have got plans to murder innocent people, America will be breathing down their neck. Yeah.
Dr. Rice.
Hold on a second. What?
You asked Dr. Rice.
Please hold. Please.
What are you learning about John Walker's involvement in the Taliban or Al Qaeda, and should he face the death penalty if he's found to be involved?
I'm going to let the appropriate law enforcement agencies make recommendations to me. He has been questioned, properly questioned by the U.S. government. I haven't yet to see the transcript myself, but we'll make the decision on what to do with Mr. Walker. He is a U.S. citizen. Obviously, I've said that U.S. citizens will not go into military tribunals, and so we'll make the determination whether or not he stays within the military system or comes to the civil justice system, the civil system in America. Thank you all. Let's go in here. Let's go in here. Thank you all for coming. That's what happens when you're the president. Yeah. You want an autograph from me? Okay, let's go in here.